Hello YouTube, it's me again. Sorry, I seem to have a little bit of a block cold at the moment. As you guessed from the most recent video which I've done, which was the Young Goth Confessions, I'm going to be doing a section about 3 different topics, and then I'm going to record them all together, and then obviously I'm going to edit them and put them out within each month, so that way it's not compelling in my work. And in this video, you're actually going to understand why I'm always so busy. So this is actually the 50 random facts about me. I want to get these plain silly tag ones out the way before I get to the main videos which I've been saving up and been building up to, which I don't see any goth YouTubers actually cover before, so that's going to be interesting for the next video. 50 random facts. So let's start. My full name is Emilian. I am 23 years old. My horoscope is Aries. I can't remember what my ascending sign is, but I know my moon sign is Aquarius. I was born in Birmingham, in the Sally Park region of Birmingham, but then I moved to Bourneville when I was 4 years old, when my granddad passed away. I am of Serbian origin, from both Serbian parents, mother and father. Despite my father being a ultra-Orthodox Christian and my mum being influenced by Judaism culture, I consider myself an atheist. Or even agnostic, an atheist that does not extinguish the supernatural, but he's an term agnostic. I am an art student. I actually was pretty good at art, and as you can see by my custom-made jackets and my tattoo designs, I still try to keep that going. I graduated from Birmingham City University last year in media and communications, mainly specialising in film media and music journalism. In case you haven't noticed now, I'm also a musician. I'm in a little band of my own. I play guitar, bass and piano, and a little bit back and screaming. My job, I am a swimming instructor. I teach people from all different ages, from the babies to the kids to the teenagers, from the adults to the elderly and to the special needs. Yeah, that's the reason why I am constantly busy. It's a very draining job, and that's why I haven't had any time to actually do my work. My favourite drink has to be mango iced tea. My favourite food definitely has to be fish or any type of oriental food. I can't get enough fish. My celebrity crush is Alice Glass, and please don't slate me. A little hidden talent of mine, I don't know if you can see very well on this one, but I can actually move my ears. Learn how to do that since God knows I can remember. I actually do funny voices. This actually helps me with work, so I do stuff like that type of stuff. My fashion style, or sense of fashion I guess you can call it, I guess it'd be a mixture of trad and new goth, I guess. I like to just the way how I look and the way how I customise it. I like to mix a bit of both. I am bisexual. One thing which I want to stress enough on this channel, I do never talk about politics on my channel. This channel is purely about the stuff about goth culture and anything like that. I know that a little bit of politics does go within subculture, but as an overall, this is one channel that tries to divert away from politics and political beliefs. I have 4 guitars. I have one 12-string acoustic, I have my Polander PRS, I have my 56 gold top Epiphone, and I have my Chameleon Ibanez. I have about 1,000 CDs, and I am not even joking. I've been collecting since I was 10, and I've got over 1,000 CDs. I'm actually running out of space, but it is an addiction. It's worse than cigarette addiction. I can't help it. Been wearing makeup since I was 11. Imagine the fun I had in school. I love travelling. It's one of the one things that I never get bored of, and I want to travel everywhere I can. Big lover of jazz music. I love jazz music. My dad brought me up on jazz music from the classics up to even like the most recent jazz. I love slow jazz in particular. I've had about 10 different hairstyles. This one being the Lazy Martin Gore, as I like to call it. It's just like whatever, curly hair, natural, a little bit red on the side. But yeah, I've had long hair, mohawks, mullets, all that type of stuff. Just endless. I'm currently learning to speak German and Japanese. Zdravo I ja pričam srpski. The one place I'd love to live is Brighton. I go there whenever I can because my lead singer now lives in Brighton, and I just fall in that place more and more I go. It's been one of those places where I just love to see myself in about 10 years. I had a bit weird phases. I went for like the rocker phase, I had a mainly dominant punk phase, I had a black metal phase, kill me please. But I think the most funniest ones was when I was in junior school, where I went for an Elvis phase. That was funny as fuck. I used to have like the Elvis quiff, and then afterwards it was the Queen phase, where I used to walk around in the Freddie Mercury strut. I have numerous custom-made jackets, as you can probably see from this one. I've got one on the way, and if you haven't checked out my DIY custom jackets, then I'll put a link below. My favourite topic of discussion is urban legends. I love looking to urban legends, I love looking at haunted stuff. If I had to choose one of my favourites or different like culture or place of the world where urban legends come from, I'd probably say either Asia or Europe. I am a massive Venetian mask collector. My three favourite genre films are thriller, dark romance, and dark comedy. My guitar idols and inspiration for guitars are Daniel Ash from Bauhaus, David Gilmour from Pink Floyd, and Buckethead. As far as lyrics and overall fashion sense go, my influences are definitely Ross Williams, David Bowie being the obvious because I think he connects to the rest of my influences, which are Peter Murphy and Pete Burns. If I didn't study media in university, I would definitely study philosophy or psychology. I am a massive fan of existentialism and all the founding fathers of it, such as Nietzsche and Kierkegaard, and a little bit of Sartre. I love Disney songs. I like Disney in general. I prefer the villain songs over the romantic songs or the protagonist songs. So yeah. Overall, I have 7 tattoos. The last gig I went to was him's last show in Nottingham, and that was quite upsetting to see him say bye-bye. My favourite colours are purple, silver and red. My old band actually supported Christian Death back in 2014. Unless you are not from Britain, you might not know who this next person is. But I actually called Phil Jupiter a cunt to his face. In school, I was actually the golf kid that used to beat up the chaps because I was very highly active in sports such as swimming and jiu-jitsu, and they knew that, so it was funny to see the young gears who tried to pick on me. See what happened. I actually have a skin condition called keloids. I suffered that from when I was a child, where as a baby I used to have pusses and they would rash and then they would puss out blood, and the doctors here had no clue what it was, had to go all the way to Serbia as a child to realise what it was and how to treat it. It's actually okay now, but on my back especially I do have horrible lumps where what keloids is if there's a cut, instead of it healing properly over, the skin actually heal on top of the wound, so it makes a bump. So this is why I try not to really show my back or anything like that. This one people may not know, unless you're very close to me. I actually have mild Asperger's. I try not to bring it up in conversation because I don't like to really make it a thing, if that makes any sense. I don't really see it as necessary to bring it up, although it does explain why I'm a little bit, not socially awkward, but it's a little bit hard for me to understand certain things, especially in social circles. Like I can be too friendly, or I can seem a little bit too like passive aggressive. It's not my fault. I just try to process that stuff. My favourite drink is probably rakia. It's a Serbian brandy, and I'll probably say that it's stronger than vodka, so fuck you Russians. If failing that, go with the old stereotype of absinthe or JD and Coke or de Serrano. I would happily argue about anything. That is a trait of my mum. With my mum being a lawyer, it's coming into the topic discussion where I can argue about anything. I was once asked to participate in the British show called 100% Hotter. I refused on the grounds because when I looked deeper into their website, they actually exploited and scrutinised people of alternative fashion, and I refuse to take part of that. My big fear is roller coasters. I fucking hate roller coasters with a passion. I hate pickles, I hate aubergines, I hate anything of that type of texture. It's disgusting, just no. Once in school we had a trip in year 5 and there was a talent competition and I used to carry this harmonica. Never learned how to play harmonica properly, so I thought, fuck it, just go for it. Played something very random, went down the scales without even knowing, and I ended up winning the competition. Natural born talent. Apparently, according to my best friend's mum, who used to be a teacher back in my old junior school, I used to draw demons and skulls from the age of 10. And number 50, the last one, and this is my favourite one, I actually had an exorcism as a child in Serbia. Apparently there is a old wives' tale that there are people in villages around Eastern Europe with something called the evil eye, where they look into your soul and it causes uncontrollable nightmares. So I went through about 2 weeks of crying non-stop at night. Something really scared the crap out of me apparently, and they performed an exorcism on me, and that was fine. So that is my 50 random facts. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you next month for the next update, which is going to be one about proto golf. So I'll catch you in a bit. Bye.